Paranormal Activity was originally filmed in the director Oren Peli's house with a budget of $15,000. It was then acquired by Paramount, where they changed the ending at a cost of $200,000. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The studio system works and will never be improved upon. Paranormal Activity begins in 2006 in San Diego, California, in the home of Katie and Micah, a young couple who are being plagued by, well, I guess by some paranormal activity. I didn't want to just repeat the name of the movie, but suddenly I cannot think of a single different term for what they're going through. And we learn that Katie has been experiencing poltergeist stuff? Seriously, I don't want to keep saying paranormal activity. She's been experiencing spookening. There we go. Also the name of my favorite Stephen King book. And Katie has been spooking since she was 8, and they're hoping to catch something on camera. So Micah bought a video camera to record the strange goings-on, and unfortunately, a major staple of any found footage movie is the interminable testing of the equipment scenes. They all do it, and it's awful.
Can you please talk, please?
Hello, Mika. You're the best boyfriend in the whole world.
Mika? What? I have never heard it pronounced Mika. Or are they sure that's how it's pronounced? Like, I don't want to be one of those a-holes that tells someone that their name is mispronounced, but this is clearly a situation where on their first date, she accidentally called him Mika, and he never corrected her, and now he's stuck. And now I'm going to say something about found footage movies that needs to be said. Every found footage movie should be in the style of a documentary. There, it's out there. Like, there are literally hundreds of found footage movies, and I watch every single one that I can find, and 99.9% of them are just god-awful. But every one that is done in the documentary style has been at least decent. And with the documentary style, you only have to have like 15 minutes of usable footage, which is what all of these movies have, but they still are always 80 minutes long. Like, I don't need to get clunky exposition while the most unlikable person in the world is trying to frame a shot of a garden gnome or some shit. So the spookening primarily happens in the middle of the night when they're asleep. So they set up the camera in the bedroom. And so begins night 1, and around 2 a.m., things get really spooky. Oh, Katie, I'm going through your work bag. You're not gonna know where anything is. I'm gonna move it all around. Oh, what are these? House keys? It'd be a shame if they... Oops. Oh, Toby, you scamp. She's gonna be so freaked. Ooh, Capri Sun. Alright, so that was night 1. Like, even immortal demons need to warm up a bit. The terror is incremental, people. And so the next day, Katie definitely notices that her keys are on the floor. And I mean... she's not scared, but she's definitely like, what? She's probably most likely thinking ghost cat or like a regular cat that got in somehow. So Katie invites a psychic to come to the house, and Mika is not taking it seriously at all.
Stumbled upon it.
Show me.
Maybe I'll play this when he gets here. I think it'll make him feel at home.
Mika, Torgo just takes care of the place while the master is away, alright? He's not meant to be the butt of your jokes. And then the psychic Dr. Fredericks arrives.
Come on in, this is Mika.
Hi, Mika.
Even the psychic didn't foresee such an odd pronunciation. He definitely seems a little shook. His third eye did not see that coming.
So this, let's call it a haunting.
Oh my god, a haunting? Of course, I'm so stupid. A spookening. God, such an idiot. So Katie tells the doctor that it all started when she was 8, and she says that whatever the thing is, it would just appear as a shadowy figure at the end of her bed. And this went on for a few years until the house mysteriously burned to the ground. And despite moving 2 times since, she is still having things happen to her. And she explains that faucets will turn off and on, there'll be scratching down the wall.
I've heard whispering. Sometimes I can't understand it. Sometimes it's saying my name.
I'm sorry, what? Like I said, I've had sleep paralysis off and on for about 20 years now. And if Roderick, which is the name of my demon, ever whispered my name, I would use every ounce of my energy to just shrink into a singularity and destroy the entire universe. Dr. Frederick tells Katie that she's dealing with a demon, and he gives her the number of a demonologist to help her out. And Mika suggests getting a Ouija board, and Dr. Frederick tells him that's a terrible idea because it will invite the demon in, and the demon will think that they want to communicate with it. So we get to night 3, and the terror really amps up. What's up, Katie? Was your mind blown when you found your keys on the floor? Oh, well, get ready to shit yourself, baby girl. What? Nothing? Alright, I'm just gonna put the door back where it was. Come on, Toby. Get out of your head, bro. Why am I having so much trouble with this chick?
Part of your master plan just to move the door. Could be a ghost, or could be a demon.
Okay, well, the psychic already told you that it was a demon. It's kind of an expert.
Going by the evidence, and I'm doing my research, and I'm gonna find out what it is.
Oh, dear God. So basically, if Mika was around in 2020, he would definitely be drinking his own urine as a remedy to COVID, based on an article shared by his really weird aunt. But he would also think that COVID is a hoax. And then we get to night 5.
You okay?
Yeah,
You sure?
I had.
Frick! Stuck my damn hoof! The next day, Mika enhances the audio from right before Katie woke up.
This is the tape from about 10 seconds before we woke up. Well, I listened to it 50 times. It's not saying anything. It's not a language that I recognize. It's not a dog.
Several uneventful nights go by, and on night 13, Mika antagonizes the demon again.
Hey, we haven't had anything interesting happen in a while. You scared?
I think Mika has some self-esteem issues. He's threatening a ghost, and Katie wakes up to several thuds coming from downstairs. And now, while scary, can probably be explained away by... Nope, f that. I'd be done. I'm not getting the camera. I'm not investigating. I'm burning my own house to the mother***ing ground. And they run downstairs, but all they find is that the chandelier is moving. All they find. That would be enough for me. And Katie thinks that the camera is what's making the demon more aggressive, but Mika won't listen.
It wasn't that bad. It was like a little loud. It was my inner child being scared.
Now, Mika, you don't have to try to act macho right now. It's okay if you shit your pants in that situation. So Mika decides to set up an experiment and puts baby powder in the hallway leading to their bedroom. It's a solid plan.
I'm taking care of this. Nobody comes to my house. With my girlfriend. I'm taking care of it. This is my house. You're my girlfriend. I'm gonna solve the problem. Okay?
You know, this is a demon from hell that has tormented people for centuries. So I don't think a guy named Mika is gonna scare him off. Maybe like a Brock or a Tony. You don't mess with dudes named Tony. I'm gonna with Katie and Mika because he's oh, what the hell am I stepping in? Oh my God, clean up every once in a while, Katie. So they wake up and notice the footsteps end at the side of the bed, and they begin at the opening to the attic. Mika goes up there and finds a picture of Katie from when she was 8 that was supposed to have been destroyed in the fire.
You okay, man?
You've hardly cleaned up all this shit off the floor. Baby powder's not gonna wipe itself up, babe. You're worthless. Well, guess what, Mika? Something worthless. Do this.
Show yourself!
It would be funny to imagine the demon cowering behind the door of one of those rooms, like, I went too far this time. Oh, he's so pissed. Oh, God, he's gonna find me. But since no human has ever been intimidated by a guy named Mika, this spawn from hell doesn't give two shits.
Alright, I'm sorry. Whoa.
Uh-oh, Mika, I'm going through your shit. Let's check out your underwear drawer. Oh, gross. What are these, crotchless? You big weirdo. Oh, no. Hey, I'm using your toothbrush on my demon beehole. I'm demon teabagging your pillow, Mika. And the next morning, the demon threatens Mika by smashing a picture of him, and Katie can feel the demon breathing on her. And Dr. Frederick shows back up, but immediately gets freaked out and says that the demon doesn't like him being there, and he's just making things worse, and he leaves.
It certainly doesn't like that I'm here, and I cannot help you.
What?
In fact, I've got to get out of here. This thing is very aggravated, the fact that I'm here.
I'm going to use that excuse the next time I don't want to go to a dinner party. Like the second I walk in, I'm like, oh my God, Karen, the demon in your house is like super pissed that I'm here. And he's telling me to grab some road beers and get the hell out of there, or else he's going to kill your children. Oh my God, Karen, I don't want that on my conscience. So things look pretty hopeless as we enter night 19. It's been 3 weeks since I looked at you. Threw your keys on the floor and said, ooh, hoo. And I knocked over some shit like a cat.
Mika.
What's the matter?
I just felt him breathing.
It smelled like he'd just eaten barbecue potato chips and drank some milk. Ew, that is the pairing a demon would make. Probably also puts ketchup on his macaroni and cheese. Just disgusting. And so the following morning, the demon has just made himself at home.
can feel it watching me.
He's just making humming noises and banging around the house.
I'll figure something out. I'll do some research. There's got to be some other options.
Oh, all your problems are solved. Mika's logging into Facebook. He'll find a meme that will explain all of this. Mika's research eventually leads him to a woman named Diane that had almost the exact same experience as Katie in the 60s. But Diane was killed during a botched exorcism. And Katie has reached her breaking point as we arrive at night 20. And the demon is through. There is no more scratching, knocking, whispering. He pulls her big old booty out of bed and just drags her down the hall. I'm stealing your bitch, Mika. So the next day, they finally decide to leave, but then suddenly Katie says that she doesn't want to leave anymore.
I think we'll be okay now.
She needs a lozenge. And so with that, we finally reach the final night, night 21. 3 weeks of this shit. And possessed Katie watches Mika for a couple of hours, and then goes downstairs and screams until Mika runs to investigate. Remember, this effect cost almost $250,000. So Mika's body is found a couple days later, and Katie is missing. So that was Paranormal Activity, the first of 7 so far? I don't know, it's a lot. And I mean, it's enjoyable. It's breezier than most found footage movies. If you want some good found footage movies, might I suggest Horror in the High Desert, Lake Mungo, 80% of the Bay, Hell House LLC is good, and there's 50 ones about Bigfoot, and 2 I would say are decent? So let me know in the comments, what are your favorite found footage movies? Where are my found footage freaks at?